Hey, it's Yuri with you. And if you're here today, probably you have some life experience. And I know that you are. And let me show you something, not like a coach or holistic doctor with experience, like a human being. The man who also go through life, like you, with some losses, with some painful moments, with some challenges, with some success, with betrayals, with growth, with losing businesses and properties and loved ones and fatherhood and divorces and rebuilding life from scratch. Like you and me, we both know if even if I don't know you and you don't know me, we know that life brings us different things. And stay with me for a little bit because this workshop will be about that. How to use any circumstances in life to become more, not more in achievement, but more fulfilled in life. And you will not just stare in on talking head. I prepare for you some slides with some special coaching questions. Can be a gift if you will work out through them. I prepare this workshop with my ChatGPT agent, and it's not perfect, and my English not perfect, but my intent is perfect, and you can feel it. So let's move on and let me know how it goes. All of this channel about that. Subscribes, like, share if you feel so, and drop some comment. Find me in social media and let's move forward. You know that many times in life we have some situation that we question in ourselves what we should do next and what kind of experience we had in the past. And we have inner battle. Not like a battle, but we question ourselves. We have some challenges inside, and something call us to move forward no matter what. When people betray us, we start rebuilding our businesses or relationships from scratch because we have this inner call that we should find the people who we can trust because this is life about. We can rebuild trust to ourselves. Without it, we'll not be able to build trust to other people. And everything starts from within. But many, many times in life, you know that you have moments when you don't know what will happens tomorrow, and you can't figure out everything. But just make a step forward and things starts happening. Not like you want, probably, but sometimes in the best way, sometimes not in really. And the good news is that you be able to influence it. So the news about everything that happens in life, it can crash us or it can help us to grow. It depends the way how we process it. Like my teacher Tony Robbins teach that we not live in really life, we live our experience about life. And let's dive in more deeper because the question that you can ask yourself right now, I ask myself, and I'm working with clients and patients all over the globe right now on few languages, and the pattern similar, no matter which background we have, which age, which sex, and which language native we speak. You see, English, not my native language, I'm still learning. And at the same time, no matter from where people who I met with, who I'm working with, we have the same challenges. And today I want you to ask yourself, pause a little bit, and what kind of painful experience shape you in the which way? Because the interesting thing, that event that happens, some kind of reality, right? But we can learn from it some story. We can create some meaning and it will shapes our life. And no matter what kind of pain you have, what kind of challenges, you always have a choice to tell a story. And I am, as a human being like you also, go through losses. Both of my parents, in different ages, I process it differently, but it happens. Marriages, divorces, rebuilding my businesses, losses of my property, challenges with health, different injuries. All of that shapes me as a person. And you also have your own. You also have your own story from some challenges that you're going through. And interesting thing that happy moments, we don't really so much give it the value until we going through losses. We start looking back and think about, yeah, I should value it the most. I should value it much more than I valued before. And it's really not about looking back and searching what we can fix there because it's not fixable. The whole point to look what we have right now, who we become, and which part of us can be not fix it, not heal it, but open up more. Open up with trust, not fight our pain, not fight our fear that we always will have, but see it more as a messenger. And it's interesting thing because I will bring you uh, some moments, some lights from neuroscience, from biology, from psychology, from coaching. But all of this, it's only about to learn yourself more, accept yourself more. Through this growth, you'll be able to see other different, other people differently, other circumstances differently that will comes tomorrow and after tomorrow and all your life. So the questions right now, what kind of meaning that you give to some pain in your life that it's uh, it's not really serves you right now. It's hold you back because you give it some meaning that people can be trust, that life is unfair. It will really hold you. And if you will look like closer in your field of your relationship, your business, your health, any kind of opportunities that you have, the loop that you will bring to it, it will show up in different shape. And the fear will not go anywhere. It can hold you or it can give you some message. And why it's very better, why it's more better way to really have some benefits from it. Because this is our biology part that will always be inside us. We have the nervous system that develops for survival. So our brain, our spine, nervous system, everything that we have in our body, first of all, it's developed to survive. Because everybody, if you watch this workshop right now, me, you, and other people, if you spend time with them, it means they survive. It means they have this unique opportunity to live and celebrate life. Of course, we not look at that way. First of all, we'll look what we needs to focus on to be aware, because we need to create three major actions. This is what our mind said us. This is what our nervous system said us. If it's dangerous, what I should do? Fight, fright, or freeze? If it's more friendly, do I be able to trust it enough? And we start questioning, we start searching using our mind. So actually, it's not we, it's our tool, mind, our nervous system. There's some images, there's some stories, that focus that we have. And important part that if we will focus on fear, we will block that part of our brain, of our nervous system of creativity. of imagination, of opportunities and possibilities. It's called neocortex, it's called frontal lobe. Even our reticular activated system, the part of the brain who like looking for evidence of everything that we focus on, it will bring us different facts. And this is very interesting and fascinating that we can look at the same event with our friend, with our partner, and see a little bit different things. Not not only just our people around us today, but some events, some situations that we experience from the past. Today you can see them differently. And drop in the chat if you feel similarity, if something reflects to you, if it makes sense. So if you will look at your fear, at something that happens, some signals in your body, in your nervous system about fight, flight, or freeze, so we can like just be more aggressive or just run away or just like hide from responsibility and do something what we like to do or is looks familiar, more like certain, we will get one result that for long term they not really serve us to fulfill our life and achieve more. And if we will look for the fear for something that happens in our body as a messenger, okay, this is just a signal. But don't need to become my emotion. I don't need to become this respond, fight, fright, or freeze. I can watch it, observe it, like Eckhart Tolle said, be present, and from that spot to choose who I want to become. As my teacher Tony Robbins say that this is important thing. We can use any kind of pain, any kind of challenge in life, and choose who we want to become during this path. Recently, I spoke with one of my friends who right now on frontline, and he goes like to a few days of vacation, recover a little bit, visit his family, and did some business, fix car that they use on front line, and buy some necessary things to support himself and his team members. And we jump on the call. And he told me about this state that he have already a few years because he's an entrepreneur, very strong and positive guy, athlete, loving human being, love his family, care about everybody. He is really great guy. And what he told me, I can feel that in uncertain situations, especially when it's life and death, especially when you don't know what to do, you had freedom before to act like you want and do what you want through creativity and imagination. Right now, he locks in some spot that he have usually this mode, fight, flight, or freeze to survive, to adaptate. And when he said, and when I go to just to relax after I am on charge or go to my family, I not be able to feel the taste of life, to feel the courage, feel the love, feel this presence like I used to. And he said, before I remember any kind of challenge happens, and I'm like, okay, let's do it, let's try, let's figure out. And right now he said, I'm just more like reacting more. He said, I can like just jump on people, just say something that I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. After that, I'm like, why I'm doing so? So before he managed his state much better than right now when he got in this stressful situation. And it's something that happens with everybody. This is what I told him. This is normal state. And because you see it and question it, this is a big thing because most of the people, they just hide it. They just try to be strong or they just try to be weak, like a victim, or like just try to push through burnout and go to victim mode. People who spend more time in victim mode, they burn out because they nobody care about them really. and they just start become aggressive. So this is some crazy eight pattern, also emotional loop that we can stack. And the interesting thing that he told me that when we go through some experience through our 2 hours call, it was very quick actually because it feels very quick, but time was like about 2 hours. He told me that after this experience, some tools we used that I will share that give him some release. He start feeling different, open up a little bit his breath. He start breathing differently, thinking differently. Few times his body even do like this, like, whew. And I asked what this was. He said, like, I guess I feel a little bit release. And his mind continued telling him, like, it's not really safe right now. And he said, but I'm still feeling this like messaging from my nervous system. And I said, this is fine. This is something that a lot of people who go through pain, through some challenges, through some circumstances like that, it can control us for some period of time. But the important thing that we be able to choose, do we want to become our emotions and our instincts, or we choose to become creators? And this is just our tool and message. Fear, for example, of I'm not enough, I'm not good enough. Maybe I will make a mistake. What other people say, I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm too fat, I'm too thin, and all of these stories. I love like the perspective like Tony Robbins brings us. So there is no never perfect time to act. And our nervous system, our mind, we will never tell you you are ready completely. It's never happened. Do you know what I mean? So something inside you call you. Just make another step. And I know that you have this experience. I know that you know what I'm talking about. Today, it's about feel it more and just embrace it. It is just become a master of it. Because if you are operating from fear, you'll not be able to open your full potential. I'm not like telling you just break through fear. I'm inviting you hear it, feel it as a messenger. Don't fight it. Use it as a friend who telling you some information. That's it. Giving you some signals. And you make a choice in which direction you want to make another step. This is will be the big difference between somebody who just react and somebody who choose. And the first gift that I was inspired from my teachers, and recently I watched some podcasts with Tony Robbins and other speakers that invite him to on podcast, and he many times invite other people that if you will create this belief inside you. Why I'm talking create, because everybody have life experience from childhood when we was a kids. Different experience affect us. And in many cases, some stories that we continue teaching ourselves from childhood, they can be a cursing. They can tell us that you never be enough. You need to move and achieve and grow more and take control more and be in more. And maybe one day when you will become slimmer, when you will become bigger, when you will become stronger, when you will become wiser, when you will become more succeeding in some areas, richer, and create more businesses and influence and all of that. This one day mindset, it comes from fear. I'm not enough. And significance, it's something that everybody have. We want to be important, to be seen, to be heard from our childhood. We especially if something dramatically happens that we start believing it. And in these pictures, you can see me in different stages of life. Especially, I remember that my father, when he was killed when I was 12, I decided I need to become strong to support my family, to support my mother, to become stronger. need to figure out how to live this life. If God not on my side, what? Like science on my side, medicine, philosophy, different religion. I start to search. Of course, I found a higher purpose, no matter what you believe. It's a God, it's a universe, it's Mother Earth. But this is what I learned, that in some period of life, I just achieve many different things to prove myself that I'm enough. And first of all, I heard it. Many times I heard it from other authors. But first of all, I really heard it inside. When I go through event, it was 4 days event, total immersion with Tony Robbins. And I heard that if I am feel that I'm enough, what kind of potential I can build from myself. Like how much I can grow if I'm not holding myself with this what if some part of me can still be in fear, but it will not drive me. Any kind of achievements will be not just a vehicle to get my needs. It will be just a result of me growing as a human being, open up my full potential with building this feeling that I'm enough. And this is opening that I'm inviting you to visit and feel it more deeply. Because who you will be able to become if you really believe that you're enough. You don't wait anymore from somebody who tell you when you go on television, on radio, or when you post an amazing article, or create a YouTube channel, or break a record, or write a book, or will reach thousands of people with your message, become somebody like a doctor, like engineer, like a scientist, like a owner of huge company, or running ultra marathons, become triathlete. What if all of this will be just results of you are enough? I am enough. How you will feel when you don't need to prove to nobody, even to yourself, to people who you love. Because for me, big part of my achievements was need to feel it, to be seen, and it gives me some limitations. I can tell you that I many times hurt myself. Even, even all my injuries, emotional, physical, and mental, I'm explained as a huge significant thing. And this is what I love when Tony Robbins explained that a biggest addiction, it's really not alcohol or drugs. It's a problem. It's a problem that we can create to get significance. Sometimes it happens when we can just throw into each other our pieces of pain or our pieces of success, and it's never enough. And we go back, okay, I need to create more. Some good if it's success, but if it's pain, sometimes people get in circles. And pain body growing, like in Erhard Tolle book, Power of Now, I'm inviting you to dive in more in that part of you that you're enough and you don't need to prove anybody nothing. Sit with it a little bit, just pause the workshop and re-ask yourself. You can talk to your AI agent, you can talk to ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok, or like any other source. Just share your story, your feelings, what is your path, and what you really want, and how you can act if you're already enough. This is a very deep question. Let me know, please, how you feel and how it goes. Because this workshop, it's about you. And I am just sharing with you some story for reflection and some stories from people with who I work with, because this is our life. So let's move forward, because right now, through this gift of my life, This my son, he's 17 months old, and he already helping me. We create some content together. And a few months ago, he was just a supporter. He was just a giggling kettlebell for me. We, we have some time. We create some great content. You can visit it on YouTube channel and on some of social media. Of course, it's about fun. It's about fatherhood. It's about love. It's about connection. And it's about managing your state under pressure. And you see here, he just putting things together, figure out, okay, where we like start recording, which position will be the camera, like the tools, music, and everything. He put everything together and he figured it out. Remember that you be able to figure out anything that needed. Can you imagine that perspective? I'm enough and I can figure out everything. I don't need to know everything. I just need to make another step. As Tony Robbins teach that pattern recognition, it's a very important skill. And if you will look at your life, many times it happens like that. If you're a musician, for example, you learn from other people and after that you create your music. If you're a dancer, you learn from somebody and after that you create your own style. If you're a scientist, the same things. You learn from other works, and after that, you bring your own theory, and after that, it becomes like some kind of scientific knowledge. Some opening happens. The same happens with me many times in life when I start figuring out something and I start feeling more confident with each step on the time. The interesting story happens with me when I run my marathon. It was actually half marathon, but it feels like a marathon because it was in the mountains. And I was not a runner. It's interesting thing that I was there invited like just a nutritionist, like a doctor who can a sport nutritionist who can put things together and it helps like which supplements, which ingredients, which foods, how to prepare better, how to recover better. And one guy said, "Oh yeah, if you are ready, if you tell that you are an athlete, let's challenge you a little bit because we are runners here. If you're not, let's run with us. Let's see. If it's not about winning, it's about process, it's about figuring out. Let's do it." And I said yes. And it was in the mountains already in camping. I have my little tent. That night before the running, it was a huge rain. I slept maybe 3 hours and I just did my best. My brain telling me, what are you doing? My nervous system told me, we'll not be able to make it. We, we barely run like few miles. Here it will be 10 miles in the mountains. It's crazy. But I just started. And of course, it was challenging. But I remember every time after a few miles, my nervous system already scream, quit. But I just tell myself through focus. This is what I continue learning from Tony. Focus. Focus on another breath, another step, another breath, another step, another breath, another step, another breath. You are manage your nervous system. You telling yourself that you is capable of to figure out. And if you look at your life, you can see these patterns and you'll be able to pick up another task and figure out because you're enough. And recall a few moments right now, bring them up and look in this present moment like what can be next a little move because this is what I'm passing to my son that you are enough and you can figure out. I just show it with my certainty. If situations very uncertain, I'm showing up with my certainty and just one step at the time, doing things one step at the time. This is what really have a power, not knowledge that you will get, but how how much master you become. And it's like never enough. And this is the beauty of the process to like get quintessences when in the process of learning that you create your own style, like your own kung fu in that cartoon Kung Fu Panda, because so many different approaches to figure out, and all of them are yours. Actually, you can choose. And if in your relationships is a pattern that you're running, if it's some pattern in your habits about your health, about your emotional and mental state, if you run some patterns in business, in your current some your craft that you are doing on everyday basis, what kind of patterns serve you and what really not. Because you can figure out and influence. We'll not be able to control things, especially when they out of like our life, they around us. And we can have influence on us specifically, and we be able to choose which kind of action, which kind of thoughts, which kind of direction we choose, and see others people differently. It will give us more potential, and we be able to become a more, not from perspective of achievements, but perspective of open up our potential. And any achievement that we will have, it will be just a result. So we will not focus on it too much. We will focus on uh, figure out curiosity, learning, growing. And after that, of course, contributing will be automatically because this is what we want to do when we are really getting something useful. It helps us. So, especially if you have kids, see how they figure it out. Even when you when even you will set them no multiple times, they will still do that. And it's beautiful how I right now see and learn from my son. Yes, and next gift, third one, it's of course connection and love. This is everything that matters. And the question to you, deep one, who right now helps you to feel better, to feel good, to feel enough, to feel seen, supported, and you feel that you are can grow around these people. And you know that if you become that person who be able to see others, support others, hear others, you'll be able to feel the same. You will be able to give yourself the same gift. I'm enough. I will be, I'm able to figure out, become a pattern recognition person, pattern creation person, and I can create connection because this is who I am. I connected with myself and I connect with other people. Very easy. I'm not waiting anymore from somebody tell me I'm enough, somebody tell me you can figure out, somebody tell me I love you and I believe in you and I support you. You are become somebody who do all of this because you are all of this. And of course, for me, it's my family. Right now, it's a challenging time. I'm Ukrainian, and my friends, my family members all over the globe, just because of this horrible war that's going on. And we creating everything from scratch. This is my nephew and his mom from Denmark. And this is, you see, my family in Tony Robbins' crew world because I'm a part of the crew and I'm continue growing and learning. And these people from different parts of the globe. And I have so many friends from Australia and Japan to uh, California and Jamaica, and it's amazing. It's amazing how you can feel yourself when you supported by and you can support somebody because you really feel it. So you start growing differently, and contribution becomes just a part of your lifestyle. And you show up on everyday basis, no matter how much packed your schedule, you just do what you feel from that perspective. Not because you just must, because this is also some power that can shape us to break through things. But we will also will feel that I'm enough, and I do it from love to myself, to my family, to my loved ones, to all human beings. And any kind of project that you pick up becomes automatically becomes growing more. And this is an interesting perspective. Please sit down with this question. With which people you feel supported, loved, heard, and seen, and are you this person? This is what really matters. And what comes from that? What comes from that three gifts? Automatically, you start leading by example because you live it. So you not become a leader who just said, I'm leading in some position. Sometimes we can use it as a power and we try to control things. And you know that it didn't work. If you grow up in the family with over control, you just try to, as fast as possible, to live your own life, that you be able to free yourself and make your own decisions. If you are in company like that, you also feel restricted and you not be able to grow. So if you have this experience already, and you can ask yourself how I can become a leader who really lives, who walking and talking. And you heard about that many times. Today it's not about knowledge. Today it's ask yourself very deep. Do I am really living and leading by example? In my relationships, I'm making step first. In my health, I'm making step first. In my business, I'm making step first. Not waiting from others and from some threshold just crush you. Like yesterday, I talked with one of my friends. A few years ago, we met in different state. I lived in different state that days. During these last 10 years, I moved few countries and many cities. It was necessary. I didn't want to, but it happens. So, in New Mexico, I met this guy, and interesting thing that we spoke a few times during these years about some challenges that we going through, and he shared with me some challenges in his life. And yesterday we talked that he said, "No more. Not enough. It's enough. I'm not settled for this stage that I'm here right now. I want to become a better man, better spouse. I want to become better friend. I want to become better leader. I want to become who I really are. And I feel that some circumstances that around me right now, they showed me that I am not a leading. I'm just reacting. So I want to become somebody who will see any kind of messages, any kind of stories, any kind of people reactions and different situations, but they will not push on me in the way that I just need to react. They will message me and I can choose who I want to become through it. It's very powerful transformation. We don't need to wait until this threshold happens because usually it's survival mode. So in the beginning of the workshop, that message was, we always will have some challenges from life. Some of them beautiful, some of them are not really. They ugly. They like really, really painful to handle. But we can choose if this pain will shapes me and I will become a more loving person, more growing person, more achievement person, somebody who can be enough, who can figure out things that no matter what, make a first step, next step, without knowing everything, without complete certainty. And I can create still connection and love. Even if many times people showed me that I can't trust them, but I still will. And if your life shows me all of this experience, I feel you because I was there also. And you still be able to open your heart to new relationship, to new partnership, to start new business, to move to a new place. And all of that will be just a phoenix. You will just renew yourself, not for revenge, but to show up your own best with a presence, with fulfillment, with joy, to see any challenge that happens in your life as a gift to grow. And this is my invitation. Because next, something what's going on. It's you become a leader around who, no matter in which size of leader you are, is you if you just a parent, or you have a little company, little family, or you have a bigger influence, you become a leader who aware, who very self-confident, who don't wait from approval, who making first step, not because he wants to prove somebody something, because he know that I'm enough. And this is what I want to become. This is my choice. And people can feel it. They can also feel that they are enough. You can pass it, that they can figure out, because you can pass them that. And that that you are the part of the team, that we all not perfect, but we do here show up here. And this is this moment, this day, it's just a reminder that everything that you had before is probably just a preparation. In presence, you can feel it and see it through gratitude and appreciation, move forward without 100% certainty, but with 100% confidence. Because many times in my life, I can tell you, and you can remember, that we step in unknown. And this was sometimes very challenging moments. We was not ready. They was very painful, but they shapes us, and they become a beautiful moments after we recreate the story about it, who we become through many pain and challenges in life. Because life will give us pain, but we will stay in this self-pity mode like a victim. Do will create suffering from it, or we will transfer this pain to some mission, to some passion, to some purpose. This is what my teacher Tony Robbins said, that pain is a part of life, but suffering is the choice. Really, maybe it's you don't like to hear it, but this is it. And we all have this. I'm a human being like you also, going through the same. And this is invitation to ask yourself about some legacy, because you are around people, you around kids, you around your family members. You're around your team members, you're around your clients, and how they feel around you, what they start believing or stop believing, and how this shapes them. Because this is a legacy what we leave. I'm very inspired by a lot of my teachers. And right now I'm learning a lot from Tony Robbins and his legacy. It's amazing. And I know that everybody, me, you, Tony, everybody have this inner call inside us with some unique message that we can bring to the world. And it starts from I'm enough. I will be able to figure out. And loving connections will be driving force for me. So this is will be some legacies that I can create. Not because I lived, but because I've been like that. And interesting thing that right now probably you don't know your next step, but everything that you can act with today, everything will depends. Do you be able to see yourself that you are enough, that you are figure out, and that love and connection, it's what's matter. Feel it today. And from that moment, you will create your life that you deserve, that you love, that you enjoy, that you will never want to quit. And you will full of gratitude, appreciation, and of course, success will be just a, a result. It will be not a goal because it will go through growth and contribution that based and roots in love and connection. This is my message to you today. And I am also, like you, living by this and improving myself on everyday basis, not because this is just a goal improve, because I know that part of nature it's growing and giving. But why are you doing that? And if you based on love and connection, it's just abundance inside you of resources. You will find the right people, you will find the right connections, you will find the money that you need and the energy that you need. That inner resourceful state. This is most important thing. So ask yourself right now, who you be able to pass these three gifts? Who you can give it? My son, for example, he not really understand what I say right now, but he see my look, he feel my heart, and he can see in what direction I am looking because he always like managing, is that here? He is look at me or not? Like how he feels. This is what's really matters. And even when we grow up, you know that we can feel it. We can feel and see each other even without talking. And this is something to really feel about, think about. And drop me please in the chat, find me in social media, subscribe, like, and share if you feel so. Drop me how it feels for you. You can comment this video or like DM me, please. I want to hear from you. I want to learn from you. Because, of course, maybe right now you don't know me and I don't know you, but I want to. I want to hear from you your story. That you enough, that you be able to figure out. And that love and connection is everything that matters. Thank you for being with me today. And we can continue. Ultimate Reset Guide, it's something that I created. It's free. You can go through this QR code or link in bio you can find. and we can dive in more. And in my free community, Empowered by School project, I have a school room with different workshops, some of the free, some of the paid, with much more dive in workbooks and trackers that can help you to develop this state. And I will invite you there, and I will see you on the other side. And one more time, you're enough. You'll be able to figure out. And love and connection did everything that matter. See you. See you on the next webinar very soon. Bye bye.